this whole thing that you've been hearing about planting for food and jobs is to try and get improved seeds to most of our farmers so that they can increase their productivity, double, treble their production with the same effort, but giving improved seed. And this is where I think Waki is doing so well, because the research that is doing, the capacity that is building for researchers to go out there to improve varieties and so on. Therein lies agricultural future of Africa. What we have come as a government, 5 months in government, what we are about in terms of the vision is to transform the economy of this country through agriculture. And we are doing that by appealing to everybody. I mean, if you're a university professor, if you are unemployed, a young graduate, if you are an illiterate who's trying to make a living somewhere, that you take advantage of the rainy patterns that we have to plant something this season, and we have started with this major season. Now, the spearhead of that is what we are calling the planting for food and jobs, by choosing something like 200,000 farmers across the country, all the 216 districts, and focusing to make sure that they have the seed, the improved seed for 5 main cereals: rice, maize, sorghum, soya, and some tomatoes and other vegetables. That's all we are trying to do, just like a pilot scheme that we are starting this year. What you have to remind yourself is that there are nearly 5 million farmers and fishermen in this country. So if you choose 200,000 to work with, it's just like going to the laboratory to do an experiment. And the idea is that we do this experiment, look at the constraints and so on, and launch into the main program in 2018. That's what we are trying to do. And we've started with the main rains which have come in the south. We are moving resources to the northern sector of this country, in the Savannah area, where planting is just about to start, the improved seeds and the fertilizers, the extension and so on to support the farmers. But the interesting thing is this. It's part of the low level at which we started. There isn't enough improved seed in this country. We are having to import seed from Burkina Faso and Nigeria. Can you believe that? So it shows you that the potential for the seed industry in this country hasn't even started. And this is an area that we want to focus on, support institutions like Waki and the others, so that we can build a solid seed industry in this country to support our agricultural development. Of course, the other major area of constraint is marketing. There too, we recognize that if we help farmers to increase their production from 2-3 bags per acre, or half a ton per hectare, to 3 tons per hectare, where are they going to sell it? If you do the calculations, it's very obvious that we don't have enough marketing infrastructure in this country to support any significant increase in output of these basic crops. For instance, I reckon we have only about 100,000 metric tons of capacity for maize marketing, and we need 250,000. And this is why this government has decided that after doing the initial survey, we're going to put in place marketing storage infrastructure in all the districts of this country, in order that at least we can hold the surpluses and process them into a standard that we can issue a quality certificate for you to be able to go to the bank to get money to carry on trading or to finance your crop. So that is one area. The other area that we are using is the government's procurement power. That government has the power, has the obligation to buy foodstuffs for basic schools through the school feeding program, universities, hospitals, and so on. That we are going to have this arrangement where we have an MOU, which is being drafted as I speak to you, between us and these ministries, so that we have the first option of sale. It's only when we cannot, through the private sector, supply these foodstuffs that these government institutions can go outside to buy.